Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday, a weekly series in which you show up and I pull a card for you and let you know how things are going in your life. We all kind of chill out and have some fun around here. So do me a favor, hang out, tell me in chat that you're around and you'd like a card. We already have Lori and Miranda already in here. They're chatting it up. I love it. I love it. I love it. Miranda, I am glad that I can finally be here. Like last Tuesday, we all know before summer hits, you remember I tell you guys, hey, summer's here. That means storms, and that means either my head's gonna hurt or I'm not gonna have internet access. So at least I gave y'all the warning, right? Hey Beth, how are you? How you guys doing tonight? How's everybody? We're gonna do a quick cleaning of the space before we get started, okay? All I'm doing is burning regular kitchen sage. Just regular kitchen sage. We're gonna grab my little cauldron back here so I can put it out. I am burning regular kitchen sage, and I do it a little bit differently than most people. Not only is it to clear my space of negativity and to clear all energies that might not have my highest purpose in mind, but it's also to bring in energy because sage is something that adds flavor, So I'm like, oh, it's going to add a little bit of flavor to my space. And so that's what I want to do is burn some sage. And then, of course, we have cedar, and we use cedar incense to do sort of the same thing. So because I have asthmatic people and I myself am asthmatic, we do not let this burn. We put a little bit out in the air, enough to clean, and then it's done, right? How's everybody's week going so far? Who's here? I'm looking through I've got my little tripod here for my camera, and I'm having a hard time seeing the chat. So you might see the camera move in a minute. Christine, what's up? How are you? All right, who wants a card? Who wants a card? Let me know in chat. You want a card? We are going to use the Seed and Sickle Oracle tonight. We're going to start off with that instead of starting off with our tarot. I have really enjoyed reading the guidebook for this particular set of cards. I love, love, love that they do Dusk and Dawn. So when you have a shadow card, you're reading dusk, and when you're reading frontward facing, it's dawn. I do have a set of tarot sitting right next to me right now. I'm still connecting to the labyrinth, so I'm going to continue to use it until I feel like I've got a good energy working with it. So we've got the labyrinth back out again if we need to. So we've got Lori, Miranda, because I know they were in here. The first people in here, Beth, right? Yes. And then I believe, is Christine in here? Yes. I'm writing down names. Look at me. I'm getting somewhat organized. Aren't we impressed? I'm learning. I am evolving. What's going on? Hey, Amanda, how are you? And then we've got Lydia. Lydia! You were on my mind today, but you were on my mind because your mom said something on my Facebook post. The post I have about I have wood nettle like just randomly growing in my foxglove. Like I've never had wood nettle in this yard. All of a sudden I've got wood nettle. So what am I doing? Harvesting it. That's exactly what I'm doing. All right, so I have Lori, Miranda, Beth, Christine, Amanda. I know you want a card. All right. Like I said, we're going to start off with the oracle, the seed and the sickle. Also, I do have my little divination coins tonight. We've been having a lot of fun with these over on TikTok. I will, have people ask questions, just a yes or no question, and we'll have the coins answer them. So if you guys have a yes or no question, throw that into chat and I will get the coins. All right. Oh, all right. So first, Lori. Lori, there's a blankness. It's not a clean slate blankness, but it's like I don't know. I almost want to say like a resignation. You're allowing it to do what it needs to do and be reactive. That's you got chamomile. You got chamomile. But you got chamomile upside down. Okay? And because of reading tarot, anytime I see a cup or a bowl, I think of emotions. So when I'm looking at the imagery on this oracle card, I see your emotions. And chamomile is to calm us, to make us sleep. So I think there's a lot of sleepless nights going on right now. And there's a lot of anxiety that cannot be calmed. And your emotions are all over the place. All over the place. But the thing is that with this card, you see the chamomile flowers are still very pretty, right? Even upside down, they're very pretty. So the things that are happening right now, it is a just spill of everything and an upside down moment and anxious and worried and all that kind of stuff. But within all of this chaos, there are these beautiful moments, these little bright spots. I hear the word collect. Like you're collecting these bright spots and you're saving them for when you're sad. You kind of run through all of them. You run through all the bright spots. There is someone that you are like a spirit guide that you are feeling, and that you're wondering whether or not the things that they say are just things you're making up in your head or whether or not they're real. Some of them are things that you're telling yourself, but the things that really have the serving of your higher power, those things are real. You're hearing your spirit guides talk to you. And there's a lot to say, apparently. There's a lot to say to you. So start listening. There are all these little collected moments, and in those collected moments, there are messages. All right? Okay. Next, Miranda. Yep. That makes sense. Lori, that makes a lot of sense then. Your reading makes sense. Amanda, you wanted to hear more about the coins. All right. I will tell you guys a little bit more about the coins in a moment. Once we get through the readings tonight, after we get through all of our readings tonight, I will share with you what the coins are and what's going on. Maria, Maria, Maria. I told you every time since you started watching, every time I'm going to say your name that way because I love you. All right. Miranda. And by the way, if you guys are not following Maria on TikTok, you need to, because I am here for it. All right. I am. She's just serving. Serving. Love it. Love it, Maria. Okay. All right. Miranda. Okay, Miranda, first of all, what's the curiosity about the cards? What's the curiosity? You have a curiosity about these. Shatha, hello. How are you? Okay, you think they're just fun, Miranda. Okay, because I was like, there's something about them. All right. Let's see. Um, as I'm connecting to your energy, there's your left knee. There's something like either you've just got to put pressure on it or something, but there's like something. All I get is left knee. Elder. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting imagery. Ooh. Miranda. Before I show you this card, I'm gonna find it. Okay. And oh, this is cool. The elder is a tree beloved by mischievous magic and inhabited by pixies and ghosts around the world. Stopping beneath it for too long may lull you into a long and gripping sleep. Drawing this card is a warning. You may soon be tempted to slow down and take things easier, but do so may mean you miss some key opportunities. Whatever waits to lure you away from your goal, don't let it distract your focus. And immediately, I'm going to show you the card, but immediately I'm like, oh, okay, this is your spiritual journey. Look at that. Whoo! Okay. So, Miranda, you are getting to the point in your spiritual awakening where we start to plateau. And it's not that we don't care anymore, it's just that like life starts to get busy around us and life starts to be life. And so we take that focus off of our spiritual sides, right? And we focus more on the life side. Um, this card is telling you try not to do that because your spiritual awakening isn't at the plateau moment. But if you assume that it is, or you let life get too much, you're going to miss something very special that you need to know for your divine path. That is really cool. That is really cool. All right. And I have Azza Tarot. Hey, Azza, how are you? How's everything going? Chad, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. And Azza, you actually just ask for a card, and I will put you on cue. That's it. So, and Shatha, you wanted an answer, so let me put you down. And I have Maria. And Azza, you would like a card? And Chad, I'm sure you do too, right? Miranda, you're welcome. And you've got something cool waiting. It's like you've been wondering about your gifts. What kind of gifts do you have? And um this is it. This is where you find it. This is that aha, like, oh, so it's kind of cool. So it's very cool. Yeah. That's what this is. That's this moment is what are my gifts? You'll figure it out. you'll have it. If you don't, if you take your eye off and you miss it this time around, it's going to come and it's going to circle back around, right? But it's taking that circle back around. Whereas if you take the moment right in the now, then you're able to have better understanding of your gift than, say, I do at my age. All right, Beth. Beth, you feel tired. Like, it's a both mental and physical tired. The back is real achy in the center. This is an interesting imagery. I'm going to give you your image before I pull the Dawn. All right. The card is Datura, and I don't know what that is. I'm going to look it up, and I opened the book direct. I'm not kidding you. I opened this guidebook, just cracked it open, and immediately opened it up to that page. Interesting. I'm noting this. All right. Native to Peru and Ecuador, Datura has been used as an mediary between humans and the spirit world for centuries. The spirit of Datura manifests as a hunting dog and visits dreams to help locate things that have been lost. There's your word, lost. You may feel as though the project or goal that you are working towards is missing some key element. This card is a reminder to occasionally take a step back and think about what it is that you've lost sight of. It may also mean that you seek something just around the corner. No, you have lost, like you feel, it's not necessarily that you've lost something, but Beth, you are looking at things and you're like, I should have been here. And you're not at this said goal. And so you're like, what am I missing? What am I missing? And you are missing a key element. So take a step back. And I love that it brought in that spirit knowledge, right? Because I think if you take a step back and you connect to your higher self, you connect to that 10-year-old Beth. I say this to myself all the time. I love this. I always ask myself, what would 10-year-old me think of what I'm doing right now? And I can tell you this, 10-year-old me doing tarot right now, squealing, nothing but squealing, would love it, right? So what is it that 10-year-old Beth would have wanted? Maybe that's what's missing. I hear the word fun. Like you're not having fun with it. And maybe it just dawned on you. But yep, there you said it. Fun. Maybe join a softball team. Do something like that. Yes, something that would make that inner child happy to do what they're doing every day. Okay? All right. Next is Christine, and I had another person come in, I believe, right? I am going to say your name wrong, and I apologize up front. I'm going to try to do my best. Is it Smirty? I am so sorry. I messed that all up. I apologize. I can put you down on cue, though. I apologize for messing up your name. That's one of my things that I get so self-conscious about. I hate mispronouncing a name. And there's two reasons why I hate mispronouncing a name. One, a name is special. A name, like my name is special. When you call my name, you are calling to me. And that's a connection. So names are special, right? And then the other thing is, if I'm mispronouncing a name, that means I haven't done enough education of myself. I don't know how to say it, right? And so then I'm like, oh, I have more stuff I need to look up, and I've got like a list. So yeah. All right. Next one, like I said, was Christine. So Christine, let's get your card, okay? Christine, I know that I burned the sage and everything, but I'm smelling like barbecue sauce. Not like sage. I'm smelling barbecue sauce. What you eating? What you eating, Christine? Foxglove. Woo! Takis. Oh, maybe that's it then. It smells like barbecue. So you got foxglove. Okay, so here's the thing about foxglove that I really like. One, foxglove is in different Celtic paths. Foxglove is also known as like fairy houses. Like it's the stuff that will attract the fae. And I love that. I love that. Like some of their names isn't foxglove. It's like uh, little gloves or something, like it's called gloves. Oh gosh, I have to look it up. Oh my gosh. But I love foxglove because of that. Saint Nectan came to his violent end at the hand of two castle thieves who beheaded him when he confronted them. Ooh, beheaded already. This got intense real quick, Christine. What's going on? Determined not to die away from his home, he simply picked up his head and walked back to his hut, where he finally lay down and died. Foxgloves sprung from where his blood fell along the way. Others may try to advise you otherwise, but you know the best time and place for the goals that you want to achieve. Rely on yourself for guidance and meet your deadlines on your own terms. That's right, Christine. I know you. You had to like escalate it just a bit, right? Oh, so hold on. I'm having a hot flash because I'm an old lady. So here's the thing. This card talks about you've been listening to others. We've said this before in another reading. There are people around you that are trying to manipulate your own decisions, and you're starting to think that maybe you should listen to other people. This card is saying, no, you're right. You know what's best for you. You know when is the time to accomplish the goals that you wanted to accomplish, right? Don't listen to them, Christine. Believe in yourself, because this is also that other lesson of I never trust myself. And you've been really, really, really trying to work on that fact. You've been trying to work on believing that you're right, believing that you're enough, right? This right here, believing in yourself, shows the progress that you've made. And identify that. All right? All right. You're right. Discernment. Oh, I love that word. I love that you said that. And that's the biggest thing, is discernment, you know? I think, you know what, Christine, when you say the confirmation, I think that is ultimately my gift. My gift when it comes to tarot is to give you the confirmation that the things that you were already thinking, the things that you were in your head, right? The things that you think are going on, I give you the confirmation that yes or no, right? Sometimes it's like, that's not right. But it is definitely just one of my gifts is to confirm That you're right. I love that. All right. I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so I'm glad that you tune in. Lydia. All right, Lydia, why do I feel like multiple animals are around you and like distracting you? Like they're all just kind of like your attention is. And I said animal, and all of a sudden a child's face got into my head, and I was like, So it's like your sibling is in your room and the animals are distracting you? Miranda, I will answer that in just a moment. Absolutely. Elaine, how are you? All right. Lydia. You're so distracted, Lydia. You are so distracted. Not that you have to pay attention for your reading, but I can just like your energy seems to be everywhere. Chickweed. Interesting. And the imagery has a snake with it. It's beautiful cards. You see the pastel colors though. And I picked up on the stars here. Let's read your words. Let's read your words. In Japan, chickweed is seen as lucky and is included in a dish prepared for the festival of the Nanakusa no Seku, the festival of 7 herbs. Chickweed and other early herbs are gathered on the morning of January the 7th and prepared whilst reciting a prayer for good luck. New growth is fast to appear at the beginning of spring, and the first green leaves are good omen of things to come. A period of waiting is over for you. Results are starting to appear. Fortune's blessings will soon be yours. Did you get approached about a promotion? Because as soon as I start saying your words for you, like I hear promotion. I hear like there's more responsibility, but with this responsibility comes like an air of importance, if that makes sense. Like you're starting to be seen as a trainer. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. You are trying to figure out whether or not you are deserving or if you have enough knowledge or if you are ready for this. Yeah, you are ready for this. You are absolutely ready for this. Take the opportunity. You've already turned it down once. It's time to take the opportunity. Okay, Lydia? Okay. Shatha, yes, you are next. I believe you had a question, didn't you? You had a question. I'm going to scroll back up in chat and see what your question was. As far as with love. All right. Let's see. Shatha, when I'm trying to connect to your energy to read the energy, I feel like I see like natural light coming in to the room. I see natural light coming in and you're very relaxed. I also, as I'm trying to connect, I see I see an image of a single person. Um, yeah, there's like a silhouette of a person. And I just see like short, like you can tell that their hair is short, but it's just a silhouette of a person. You've got the holly. And the bird that is sitting on the holly is calling out. So are you at a point in your life where you are calling out that you are ready to receive love? I know that's an odd question, isn't it? Calling out to receive love. But are you at that point? Like the lightning forks of Holly Branch, you stand at a fork in the road, a decision before you. Which path will you lead where you want to go? And which may have an unexpected destination? And which one will lead you astray? You're running out of time to make your choice, though. But you know that once you've chosen your path, there's no turning back. Make sure you've thought this through carefully. Is it that you are thinking about this particular person and you're trying to decide whether or not I want to say their proposal? And it's not like a necessarily proposal, like engagement or anything like that, but like they are they are an option. It's like this is the only option. And so you feel like you're pressured to take this option, but it also feels like it's settling, right? Like I'm settling for. Yeah. It feels like in the back of your head, you're wondering if you're settling. And so the card is recognizing that this is where you are. Man, this is a difficult decision for you. Like this is really heavy. Um the person that is standing there, the silhouette, they're not a bad person. They're not a bad option. You're going to have to make a choice because that person isn't going to stay around forever. It just feels like that person doesn't give you butterflies. Like they're good. Don't get me wrong. You really like them, but they don't give you butterflies. And there's something missing. And that's kind of the reason why you're like, do I need to answer this now or can I wait? And they're not going to let you wait. They're going to push you to make a choice. Okay? So that's where you are at this point in time. You're going to have to make a choice. And they're going to push you to make that choice. Got it? All right. Rupali, how are you? Would you like, let's see, I just give you, I got you. All right, I will put you down. Shatha, I don't know. I don't know. He is a silhouette though. So the fact that he's a silhouette, like I don't know if you know him right now, if it's been a thought that you've had, but it's definitely like it's definitely someone that you know but haven't thought of. That's all I got to say. That's all I can think of. All right. Amanda. Amanda, who's always so tired because she works too hard. All right, Amanda. Amanda, did something happen with the U-Haul? I see like a stranded vehicle. Stranded is not the word because that sounds like something broke, right? But it's just like something to do with the vehicle. It's off to its side. I know you're moving today. Oh, okay, let's try this. All right, Amanda, I'm giving you a weird look because I shuffle the cards between everybody, right? The two cards that I pulled first were cards I had just read, but they were in reverse. Okay, so they're at dusk. And they don't feel like those belong to you. So that's why I gave you that kind of look. I did, after that, pull the willow. The willow is in dusk. So the fact that 3 cards came out, and all this time I have been reading Dawn. All this time I've been reading Dawn until I get to you, Amanda. And now I'm reading Dusk. So I think this card is going to be interesting. What do we know about dusk, right? Dusk is when all things that are nocturnal come out, right? That's when they start appearing. So things that have been hidden by day are now coming out to light. I say light of the moon. Very interesting, Amanda. Very, very interesting. And the willow tree. The Ainu people of Japan believe that the human backbone was originally formed from the bending length of a willow branch. There is something human about the stooping form of a willow tree, like a person in mourning, yet no matter how hard the wind blows, it simply bends and does not let itself be broken. Even when the river wears away at its banks, the willow roots remain deep and steady. With the willow, we learn to grow through adversity. Hold on until the storm has passed. We've been saying this about you for a bit now. You know that things were going to get rough. You know that things were going to get rough. And I think you're in the thick of that roughness, right? Things have just been not great. The card tells me 2 things for you. 1, you're a badass. You are bending, but you are not breaking, Amanda. Right? You have survived 100% of the time. You are not breaking no matter what is being thrown at you. And that is telling you a lot about yourself, right? That's giving you a lot of these really cool lessons about yourself. So that's the first thing that this says to me. The second thing is that it's not over. The yuckiness that you're in, it's not over yet. You've got more to go through. As unfortunate as that is, because you've been through so much already, the storm is yet to be over. But the fact that we are getting a glimpse, that we are getting told, hey, it's not over, to me, that also signifies that it's almost over, right? We're like, we're almost there, kids. We're almost there, okay? So that's what I think this is, all right? It's not over, but it's almost over. And you're doing really, really good. Okay? All right. Maria. It's time for you. Oh, I'm going to show you something really cool real quick. have a moon. Oh no, my moon is not charged. When I charge the moon, it glows and it's got all the little craters in it, y'all. I sit in here and I look at the moon. Yes, they are getting, it's almost been a year since, yeah. Oh yeah, it has, hasn't it been? Maria. Maria, as soon as I'm trying to think about you, I want to pick up the stone that's in my hand. Intuition. You're not listening to yourself, Maria? Thank you, Amanda. You have okay moving, okay? Maria, you're not listening to yourself, are you? There are things that are being said to you. And this is a common thing I see. A lot of us don't listen to our spirit guides. A lot of us don't listen to our spirit guides. I am guilty of that too, because I'll hear something and it sounds so outlandish, right? So incredibly outlandish. I'm like, you making up stories again, right? Right? You're not making up stories, Maria. You're not making up stories. So let's find your card, Maria. Hawthorn tree. You got the hawthorn tree. You got it, as this deck calls them, in dusk. Okay. But one of the things that I noticed on the imagery is that this is standing on its own hill. It's standing on its own hill. And that's what you're doing. You're standing on your own hill. And we know that. We know what you're standing for. So let's look. Let's look at dusk. A lonely hawthorn stands on a hill, a gate to the other world hidden beneath its roots. Its vigil is a silent one, but there is a peace to be found in the knowledge that it guards something so valuable. Taking time to sit quietly or indulge in meditation is not a sign of laziness. Your value still remains even when you're not being productive. So don't be hard on yourself for taking a break. There you go. Even if others can't see it, you know your own worth. You need to take a break. That's it. That was very, very, what you are doing right now, as much as this is just feeding everyone. What I'm going to say, and I think this has to do with your videos. What I'm going to say is take a solid day and make as many videos as you can. Okay. As many videos as you can. So that way you can give yourself, if not 2 days in a row, but at least 1 day of not posting. Okay. So that way you can take that break, because it's eating. It's starting to eat away at you. It's starting to not feel good. The world is changing colors for you, if that makes sense. It doesn't look so bright for you anymore. All right. So take the day. Take the day. I love you too, Miranda. I love you too. Miranda, now you asked earlier, I believe, I know Amanda asked about the coins. And Miranda, I think you asked earlier, is it about the coins as well? No, your gifts. Your gifts. You asked about gifts. So before I get on to I will tell you about the gifts. I I did not know for a very long time. I kind of connected to tarot cards, and like I was at a bookstore and I saw a tarot deck. Matter of fact, is this little deck right here, a little goddess tarot deck, was the very first deck that I picked out, and I started to play around with it. I started reading for my family, and I realized that there were things that I knew about them that I shouldn't have known, or like inside thoughts. And as I played with that, I realized more and more that the tarot and the cards are just a tool. It allows me to easily, without draining my own energy, connect to someone else's energy and read them. That was not an overnight finding that out kind of thing. That's like a 20-year span of me working with things and coming to realizations and doing shadow work and trusting my intuition, which is really hard. And then about a year, 2 years ago, I started the YouTube and reading for other people, and not just reading their cards, but reading y'all and confirming that, yes, the things that, like your knee, like, being under a weighted blanket, that kind of thing, that confirmation has made me realize, okay, this is actually going on. And trusting in that gift has made that gift even deeper. So it's kind of gotten a little crazy. It's kind of gotten a little crazy. But yeah. All right. Azza. And if I'm saying your name wrong, please put in comments like how I'm supposed to say it, because I will say it right. Like I said, I hate saying names wrong. Okay. So let's get you. Chad, and awakening is, woo, woo, and it's not like, when I first started, everybody was like, oh, you go through a spiritual awakening. I was like, cool. And they didn't tell me you go through multiple spiritual awakenings all the time. Dang it. I don't like this anymore. I want off it. Want off the roller coaster. All right, Azza. I see pink. Why do I see pink? Like, just like an abundance of pink. That's the color. The color is just pink. Pink and fluffy. Now you're in an interesting mood. I want to say that, like, it's a very skeptical yet hoping kind of mood. That's what it feels like. All right. You got the strawberry, and you got it in dawn, right? You got it in dawn. You got the strawberry. Azza, you had a question though, didn't you? Let me try to find. Thought you had a specific question. All right. You do not. I don't see it, at least. You have the strawberry. I keep still thinking you have a question, though. You had a question, and it is in your head, and you wanted to ask it, but for whatever reason, you did not. It feels like you've been chipping away at a situation forever, and no matter what you do, you just can't seem to make headway. Don't be fooled by the odd occasion on which it seems like something might be about to change. If you just wait a little longer, there's a reason why things have been so reluctant to move. Put your feelers and employ a change of tact. New angle. Okay. Okay, that's your question. Your question was just simply that. Like, do you need to try something new? No. No. Sit tight. Sit tight. Do exactly. Hold the course. Sit tight. All right. Next. And if you hear my voice right now, this is exactly why I don't do a whole lot of smoke cleansing, because I am slightly asthmatic. And that was enough to give me a little bit of a in my throat. Chad, I finally get to read you. I know, Chad, like, you work with the Norse pantheon. I work with a lot of the Celtic and Greek pantheons, right? And I can tell you this about it was been out 2 years ago. I was at the beach and all of a sudden it was like, pick up seaweed, pick up seaweed, pick up seaweed. I had no clue. I don't work with deities. I hadn't, at least. And now all of a sudden it's like Bridget, Hecate, Sequana, Saradwin. I'm just like, where is this coming from? I don't know. No. I don't work with deities. Guess I do now. All right, Chad. Chad, you are trying to breathe in some energy right now. You want to clarify for me so I can see it clearly. And I see the world tree. And I see the chariot. Lavender. I'm not going to read your words for this one. I know what this is. You're seeking answers, but you're not going to get them in the waking realm, Chad. You must be asleep. Your dreams are giving you answers, and you aren't remembering them. You need to put a journal beside your bed, and the moment you wake up, don't think about sentence structure. Don't think about, okay, this is a sentence. Start writing words. Any word that comes to your mind, don't question it. Just start writing it unconsciously, because it is in your dreams that you're about to get the answer that you've been looking for. But it is in your dreams, and that's one of the reasons why your dreamscape kind of disappeared from you for a bit. It was preparing for this answer. Got it? All right. And we have Smriti. I apologize for not being able to say your name correctly. I know that you had a question. I thought you had a question, but watch me be wrong again. If anybody knows me, you will know I can't remember crap. It's just a thing. I don't remember. So I don't see you don't have a question. So we'll just give you a reading. And who else do we have in here? We had Elaine come in. Elaine, did you want to get a reading? And I think Laureen, I can get you a reading too if you'd like a reading, but that's the last person I can read for tonight. And I have Samarthi. Thank you very much. If you would like a reading, let me know and I'll put you on here. Right now, I have Smriti, Rapali, and Lorene. You would like one? Yes. Okay. And am I saying your name right too? Like I said, I am so sorry if I am messing up people's names. I apologize. Okay. Smriti, let's get you. My ears are muffled. Connecting to your energy, my ears are muffled. But your ears are muffled because you're trying not to hear something. This isn't an energy like an actual physical muffling of your ears. This is you are actively avoiding hearing something that your spirit team is trying to get to you. You're pushing out thoughts. You have I don't know how to say this. I'm going to have to look the word up because if I say it wrong, it's going to sound like it. If y'all thought you had a tarot reader that was like perfect with all kinds of linguistic, nope, I trip over my own words, right? Much less the words of somebody else. All right. The thing grows across any surface it is given, eager to rise and reach toward the blazing summer sun. Its spiraling vines grab onto any opportunity that appears, putting its flowers in the best position to drink in the rain and warmth. This card symbolizes movement and momentum, a push towards the best position that will help you achieve your goal. Just be sure to remember those who held you up and on your race to finish. Yeah. You are ignoring somebody, and this card is to remind you like you need to make sure you show gratitude to those that are helping you. And it's like I said, it's not a physical realm kind of gratitude. It's like spiritually you need to show some gratitude, and spiritually like you're being recognized that things are moving in the direction that you've wanted them, like you're manifesting things to happen. But you need to take a moment, and those words that you're trying to not hear, you need to acknowledge, thank you to my ancestors, thank you to my spirit team who allowed me to get to this point, who have bestowed the knowledge, that kind of thing. That's what this card is wanting you to do. Very interesting. I love that point in a life when you get to that point where it's like, oh, I need to say thanks, right? Because that means there's so much cool stuff, because we don't say thanks when it's little things, and we should, but we don't. All right, Rupali, let's get to you. Mama M, this is the last month I have been extremely busy in the spirit realm. Had to cut a few people off from. Yep. It's been tiring. I'll tell you that. I feel like this month for me has been a little stagnant. It's been a little stagnant because I have been very busy on the physical plane. So spiritually, I feel a little stagnant, which means I need to do some work. I need to take a ritual bath and do some grounding. Rupali. Your energy is interesting. It's have you ever heard the songs that if you've got your headphones in, it kind of bounces between your head? That's what your energy feels like. It feels like the sounds that will bounce between your ears. If that makes any sense to you. Like your energy is, it's not that it's not calm. It's just very active. Yeah, I can't explain this. You got feverfew. And you've got these hands. Things that I notice on your card, image-wise, that I notice on your card, are that the hands are like helping hands, right? But the hands specifically are red in the palms and on the fingertips, right? Like there's been a lot of work and it's made the hand sore. Feverfew is used for fevers as well as I believe as colds, like not colds, allergies. But I am not an herbalist. So let's look at this. Something unwanted is coming your way, and you'd best be advised to avoid it. The bitterness of feverfew is enough to keep rats and other pests from the door, so learn from its defenses. Don't surrender your progress for the sake of being nice. Be ready to protect yourself and everything that you've worked for. Some things are worth the fight. You have worked really hard. That's why the hands are so red. You have worked and put yourself through this to get to where you are right now. So this card is your warning. This hasn't happened yet. This has not happened yet, but it is about to. There is someone that is going to try to take the whole thing from underneath you, and you have to be ready to protect it. Lorene, let's get to you. Lorene, I see the color yellow for you. And like ruffles. Like it's like a cotton ruffle. It feels very 50s vibe for some reason. 50s and 60s like homemaker vibe. I don't know why. You'll have to let me know if that makes any sense to you, because it's a big vibe that I get off of you. It's like this 1950s and there's yellow and like cotton ruffles. Ivy. You got ivy. Ivy will grow everywhere. I know. I have Swedish ivy, and that thing just, I cannot kill it. And I used to kill every kind of plant until I got Swedish ivy, and then I realized, oh, I can grow something. And so then I started believing in myself, and I actually grew plants. Who would have thought that? Believe in yourself, guys. All right. Ivy. So Lorene, you're almost there. Just a little farther. That part right there, that part was emphasized. That part was bolded. So I don't know what it is. If you've been a kid saying, like, are we there yet? Is this almost done? Am I almost finished? Like, you've been impatient like a little kid, because that little, just a little farther came off very bolded. Like the tenacious ivy vine, there is no height you can't reach in your journey to find the sun. The climb might seem impossible at times, and occasionally you'll feel as though you're making no progress at all, as walls and buildings block your path. But slow growth is still growth, and your achievements will be all the sweeter for how difficult the climb has been. Don't give up. Lorene, so you've been having doubts, which is normal. Humans have doubts. I see stairs for some reason. Like you've equated this to like walking upstairs. Yeah. You just got a little bit farther, Lorene. A little bit farther. You are so close to where you want to be. You have a few more choices to make. And they're going to seem huge. Except for one. One's going to seem like really small, but it's going to have a huge impact. Just look out for that one, all right? But you've got more choices to make. That's the scary part, right? That's the scary part. Oh, I hope all of that made sense to you. And I hope everybody has enjoyed tonight's readings. Since Amanda did have to dip out, I know that she rewatches these. I want to go over the coins real quick, and then I will pull our guiding card for the week. So on TikTok, I have been playing with these coins. These are divination coins. My husband bought them for me for our anniversary, and I'll show you what they look like. Like, I have one that looks like this guy, and he's got a yes. And then on the back side, there's no, right? I have one that's kind of celestial. It says proceed. It's the sun. And when you turn it, it's the moon. It says beware. This was one of my favorites. It's kind of funny. So you have nope, right? Nope. And hell yeah. I love this. I love this. So I've been using these, and it's a nuance of the word of yes or no. So if you see these videos that I'm doing with the divination coins, they are yes or no questions. I am answering yes or no questions, but the nuance of that yes or no. Like if I pull the if I pull this coin I consider more spiritual for some reason. So if it's a yes or a no for this coin, then that means it serves your higher purpose. For me, pulling this coin means that this answer is serving that spiritual side. The hell yeah and nope, that right there is an immature kind of thing. It's a childish kind of thing, right? Not that it's immature, because immature has a bad connotation to it. But it's kind of a childish thing. It's a young thing. And so I think about the no or yes coming from this coin, and the no or yes coming from this coin tells me that the time is not right, or, it's an immature kind of thought, that kind of thing. That's how I get that card. And then the sun and the moon, divine feminine and masculine energy. And so I look at this and I look at, is this being influenced by what type of divine energy? So that is what I think of the coins. So that's how I use the coins, if that makes any sense. All right. Guiding card for the week. Let's see what our guiding card for the week is. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. We got the seed. We got the seed. But the seed was in dusk. So let's find out what that means. What does that mean for this? Seeds can remain dormant for many years, waiting for the right conditions to grow. This seed represents your potential for the future, but also the protective shell about it. Do not be afraid to contain yourself for a while, to take a deep breath and remain where you are until the right season comes around. A seed that sprouts too soon can fall prey to cold weather. Focus on yourself until you're sure that the frost has passed. That's been our theme all night. Focusing on ourselves, healing ourselves, listening to ourselves, believing in ourselves, right? It's a big thing. It's a really big thing. All right, my lovelies. Until next Tuesday, be happy, be safe. Know that I love you, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and let me read your cards, all right? I hope to see you all next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, my lovelies.